So you've been in LA 5 years. If you could rewind time, what would be like 5 things you wish you'd known right away that you kind of had to learn by just being here?
Yes. The number one thing is postcards do not work. Postcards don't work. You know, when you come here, the number one thing they say, actors gotta submit postcards. You gotta send out postcards on a regular. It works. No, it doesn't. You know, I would have saved a lot of money just not sending out postcards, not submitting to agents through mail. They also tell you to submit to agents and managers. You know, send them your headshot reel, resume. That's a waste of money too. Another thing I feel like is workshops, casting director workshops. They're beneficial, but usually it can be a waste of money. I say it's only beneficial when you really go to a casting director who's looking for someone like you. A lot of actors, they'll just go to all the casting director workshops that they can, and it may not be a good opportunity for them, because if this casting director is, you know, typically casting something like American Horror Story, or, you know, the Pretty Little Liars, something with younger actors, if you're an older actor, that may not be the one for you. So it's like you just wasted your money, because that casting director is not looking for older actors, they're looking for younger actors, or vice versa, you know. So it can be a waste of money. Something that was very essential for me was a casting director workshop for soaps. That's actually how I got my SAG card, was going to a workshop for Bob Lambert, who at the time was casting for All My Children. So I went to his workshop. It was a 2 or 3 day intensive workshop. I said, hey, you know, I just landed in LA. I'm here fresh from Kentucky. He was like, he's looking at my resume. He said, you have no experience, but I would love to get you on set at All My Children and get you some experience so you can, you know, pick the other actors' minds and things like that and learn something. And so I got on there. I worked 2 episodes within 30 days, and that's how I became SAGAFTRA, and which was a blessing. So that right there was beneficial. But me going to a casting director workshop for someone who maybe casts Grey's Anatomy, it's not going to work for me, because they're looking for actresses who look like they can play a doctor or maybe a nurse or something like that. I still look like I'm a teenager, so it's really hard for me. What's another thing that I would say? Everything else to me is very essential. Those were the 2 main things that I would say I wish I knew before I moved here.
So it sounds like question when, because actors are so preyed on to spend money on this or that. So really question all of those things. Are they really necessary?
Absolutely, absolutely. Their postcards and casting director workshops are definitely not necessary. It's a waste of money.
What do you think about people that are SAG eligible, but they don't want to pay their dues yet until they get closer to the role that they want?
Hey, I absolutely agree with that.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I absolutely agree. I became a must join, so I had to join. But I have a lot of friends who are SAG eligible, and they're like, hey, I'm just waiting for that perfect opportunity. Because what happens is some producers, their project, you know, because it's not SAG, they don't want to work with SAG actors. So they're only looking for non-union actors to work on this project, because they don't want to deal with the whole contract thing and the union situation. So I've actually, you know, missed out on a couple of roles because I was union. Yeah, so it's, I agree with that, with the actors who decides to wait.